Chessboard Wind and Clouds, Crossing the Great Song Dynasty. Chapter 1, a Chess Game Through Time and Space. One day, Go Master Chen Shengguan was concentrating on studying the most profound chess forms in Go, when suddenly, the chessboard in front of him was unusually blurry, and the chess pieces on the chessboard seemed to come to life, and instantly flocked to him in all directions. Chen Shengguan's heart was shocked, and when he opened his eyes again, he found that he was no longer the unrivaled genius in the modern chess world, but in a strange time and space. He was stunned by the sight of his surroundings, the old streets, the blue stone paving, the noise and shouting of the market, and all the buildings seemed to come from 1,000 years ago. He looked down and saw that he was wearing a set of ancient costumes from the Great Song Dynasty, and there was an unknown chessboard beside him. Just when he felt dazed, an old man in plain clothes approached with sharp eyes. "Little brother, this chessboard is so strange, why don't you play a game with me?" Chen Shengguan was slightly stunned, but he quickly came back to his senses, and secretly exclaimed in his heart, could this be the legendary crossing? In any case, if you can gain a foothold in this world, it is better to play a game of chess first. So, he nodded slightly, and accepted the old man's challenge. Between the two games, Chen Shengguan's chess skills quickly appeared, and his chess style was like lightning and wind, and he instantly gained the upper hand. The old man had no opponent, and in the face of Chen Shengguan's every move, his eyes began to show surprise. "This kid, it's not easy," the old man secretly said in his heart, and finally after the 17th move, he reluctantly stopped the chess pieces in his hand. "I admit defeat, little brother, your chess skills are really unfathomable, and I admire you." The old man's tone was full of appreciation. Chen Shengguan smiled slightly. There are infinite changes in the chess game, and every game of chess is a new challenge. He originally just wanted to test his chess skills in this strange world, but he didn't expect to attract so much attention from the old man. "In that case, would the little brother be willing to join my Bishui Academy to learn chess?" The old man suddenly spoke, with a hint of anticipation in his eyes. Chen Shengguan thought about it for a while, and thought to himself, since we have come to this era, if we can make achievements in the chess world, we may be able to find a way to return to modern times. So, he nodded in agreement, "I do." Underscore 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 un. Chapter 2, The Dark Tide in the Game of Chess. On the second day of coming to the Bishui Academy, Chen Shengguan was introduced to the head of the academy, a woman named Jinyu. Jinyu is about 20 years old, with a refined temperament, dressed in green clothes like water, and her eyes are as clear as the bright moon in the pool. The shrewdness and composure between her eyebrows made Chen Shengguan feel deeply attracted, but he quickly buried these emotions in the bottom of his heart, because in this strange world, his first task was to improve his chess skills. Jinyu recognized Chen Shengguan's chess skills very much, and even arranged a number of matches for him against other chess players in the academy. With the passage of time, Chen Shengguan's fame in the Great Song chess world gradually spread, and even began to attract the attention of many challengers. One day, a young chess player named Liu Yuan's, who is said to be from the northern Liao kingdom, was one of the few people in the chess world who was known as a chess master at that time. Liu Yuan's chess style is extremely ruthless, and every move he makes the opponent feel great pressure, as if it is an invisible war. When Chen Shengguan and Liu Yuan started, the scene fell into a stalemate. Liu Yuan's won by surprise, skillfully taking advantage of a small mistake by Chen Shengguan, and successfully divided Chen Shengguan's army on the chessboard. Chen Shengguan was shocked, but he quickly calmed down, and his mind was running fast like electricity. He found a way to break the game in an instant, and after 50 wonderful changes, he finally turned the tide on the chessboard. Liu Yuan's face was pale and speechless. He had already heard Chen Shengguan's name, but after seeing the young chess player's chess skills with his own eyes, he couldn't help but feel a deep sense of awe in his heart. "You're really a chess genius," Liu Yuan said in a deep voice. Chen Shengguan smiled slightly and did not answer. At this moment, he has begun to realize that in this world, although chess can bring him prestige, it will also bring endless challenges. As his reputation grew, more and more enemies began to covet his chess game, even seeing him as the biggest threat in the chess world. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 3, The Wind Behind the Chess Game. With the changes in the chess world of the Great Song Dynasty, Chen Shengguan's name has also become a legend. Not only did he win repeatedly on the chessboard, but he also attracted the attention of various forces. One day, Chen Shengguan received a challenge letter from Dali, which read, "If you want to gain a foothold in the chess world, please go to Dali to try your best." It is said that all the chess players in Dali are proficient in the art of war, and even combine Go with the art of war to form a unique set of chess games. As soon as this challenge letter came out, it immediately attracted national attention. At the same time, the officialdom of the Northern Song dynasty was also magnificently enhanced by Chen Shengguan's fame. Some powerful officials began to use his fame to strengthen their political position, while some ill-intentioned people were preparing to set traps to eliminate the chess threat. Chen Shengguan gradually discovered that he was no longer just a chess player. Every move he made seemed to affect the regime and international relations of the entire Great Song dynasty. Behind the scenes, the game of chess players is no longer limited to the chessboard, and every time they strategize, it can change the fate of the entire country. Chapter 4: The Decisive Battle of the Quartet. The tripartite forces of Dali, Western Xia, and Liao faced Chen Shengguan one after another. In this political game outside the chess game, Chen Shengguan finds himself drawn into a vast conspiracy. He had to go back and forth between the chessboard and reality, facing challenges from all sides. Just as the chess battle of Dali was about to begin, the court of the Northern Song dynasty issued a secret order asking Chen Shengguan to participate in a negotiation related to the survival of the country. This negotiation will determine the future of the Great Song dynasty and the Liao state, Dali, and Western Xia. The outcome of the chess game will determine the peace or war between the two countries, and every move of Chen Shengguan will change the direction of the entire era. Chapter 5: The Shadow of the Chess Game. Dali's challenge book is not groundless. Chen Shengguan found that Dali's chess skills are not just a simple skill contest, but also a contest of war art and wisdom. The chess players of Dali Kingdom are famous for their Sky Chess sect, and the chess game is exquisitely designed, and they can often use a game of chess to show the battle situation of thousands of troops and horses, and metaphorize the direction of the war in the chessboard. This game is not only a competition of skills, but also a game of strategy. At this moment, Chen Shengguan received an urgent letter from the Bishui Academy, which mentioned that Jinyu suddenly lost contact, and it seemed that there was a deeper conspiracy behind this chess game. This made waves in his heart. What kind of political whirlpool was Jinyu involved in? Chen Shengguan knows that the situation outside the chess game is more sinister than the changes on the chessboard. He decided to go to Dali to personally participate in this chess match, and at the same time secretly investigate Jinyu's whereabouts. On the way to Dali, he still can't forget the unpredictable game of chess, as if every move of the chess game is guiding him to some kind of fateful arrangement. Chapter 6: Dali's Chess Game. After arriving in Dali, Chen Shengguan was placed in an ancient palace, and the air here seemed to be completely different from the outside world. Dali's chess game is not only a contest of intelligence, but also a duel between culture and force. The participants in the chess game are all important ministers of the Dali dynasty, and every move on the chessboard is related to the future of the kingdom. Chen Shengguan stood in the palace of the Dali dynasty, staring at the intricately set chessboard. He could feel that this match was much more than what it seemed. Every arrangement of the chessboard is like a hidden hint and provocation of the relationship between the Great Song dynasty and Dali. The main player of the opponent Skirim chess sect, named Cloud Promise, is a young and resourceful chess player. Yun Cheng's style of play is extremely unique. He is adept at using chivalric agility and profound layout of the art of war, and he always breaks the deadlock at the crucial moment and wins by surprise. Every move that Yun promised was like an intractable puzzle that made all opponents feel lost in his game. From the start of the match, Yun Cheng showed an overwhelming momentum, and he attacked with a fearless posture that made Chen Shengguan feel unprecedented pressure. However, Chen Shengguan did not panic because of this. His mind was as calm as water, and his eyes flashed with calmness. The two battled each other for dozens of rounds, and the game was still fierce and treacherous. Just as the curtain was about to come to an end, Chen Shengguan suddenly used a clever move to skillfully reverse the chess game promised by Yun, collapsing a seemingly perfect situation in an instant. Yun Cheng looked a little surprised, but he quickly smiled. It is worthy of Chen Shengguan, it really makes me admire. Your chess skills have surpassed our Dali chess sect. Chen Shengguan's heart moved, and the attitude of Yun Promise did not seem to be a simple loser, but with a hint of thoughtful meaning. In this game, the victory on the surface is only part of it, and the real strategy and motivation behind it are the ones he needs to be most vigilant about. Chapter 7: Movement Beyond the Chessboard. After the chess game in Dali, Chen Shengguan still couldn't ignore the complex environment he was in. He won a big victory on the chessboard, but he also attracted the attention of other forces because of it. The political struggles of the Dali Kingdom, the imperial intrigues of the Northern Song dynasty, and the chess challenges from the Liao and Western Xia pushed everything to the brink of further instability. Upon returning to the Great Song Dynasty, Chen Shengguan learned that Jinyu had been kidnapped by a mysterious chess player and was hiding in the frontier of the Northern Song Dynasty. The player's name is Shen Tianluo, a well-known master who is good at using Go to control people's minds, and his style of chess is weird, and he can always exert great psychological pressure in a game to make opponents submit. Behind this chess game, Shen Tianluo's true purpose gradually surfaced. He didn't just want to defeat Chen Shengguan, but wanted to use him to change the political landscape of the Great Song Dynasty. In order to achieve this goal, Shen Tianluo even did not hesitate to involve Jinyu as a bargaining chip against Chen Shengguan. Chen Shengguan realized that this chess game was no longer just a duel of Go, but involved the fate of the entire dynasty. He must immediately go to the Northern Song Dynasty frontier to find Jinyu and unravel the conspiracy behind Shen Tianluo. Chapter 8, The Eve of the Decisive Battle. In the deep mountains of the Northern Song Dynasty frontier, Chen Shengguan finally found Jinyu. She was imprisoned in an ancient temple, and Shen Tianluo stood in front of her, gently fiddling with a game of chess pieces with both hands, and the situation of the chess game made Jinyu's eyes full of helplessness. Chen Shengguan, you're too late. Shen Tianluo said coldly, a glimmer of victory flashed in his eyes. It's not just a game between you and me. Chen Shengguan responded calmly, with a firm determination in his eyes, you tried to change your fate in the chess game, but in the end, it was the choice of each of us that decided your fate. The final showdown between the two chess masters is about to begin, and this game will not only determine the fate of Chen Shengguan and Shen Tianluo, but also change the future of the entire Great Song Dynasty. Each step on the chessboard will be the ultimate test of life, politics, power, and wisdom. Chapter 9, The Vortex in the Game of Chess. In the ancient temple on the border of the Northern Song Dynasty, Shen Tianluo stood in front of the chessboard, gently pushing the chess pieces with both hands, as if every move was full of far-reaching schemes. His eyes were cold, as if he could see through everything. Jinyu stood beside him, with a look of helplessness on her face, as if she had let go of all resistance. You're too late, Chen Shengguan. Shen Tianluo's voice was as cold as ice and snow. Do you think you can change the outcome of this chess game? All the variables are already under my control. Chen Shengguan smiled slightly and stepped forward. His gaze was focused on the chessboard, and the whole world seemed to freeze in that moment. The chess game in front of us has long been more than just a game of Go, but a huge game involving fate, power, and life and death. He knew very well that this duel was not only about the fate of himself and Jinyu, but also the future of the entire Great Song Dynasty. Shen Tianluo's chess style has always been known for being eclectic and ingenious. He is adept at combining the essence of Go with the art of war and political scheming, making it difficult for opponents to predict. And right now, the chess games he is laying out are all aimed at achieving a grand plan, to change the pattern of the Great Song Dynasty. However, Chen Shengguan was not afraid at all. He knows that the key to this chess game is not the arrangement of the chess pieces, but the mentality and the psychology of the opponent. The true essence of Go is not only clever layout, but also the ability to see every variable in the ever-changing world and make the most correct choice. Shen Tianluo, Chen Shengguan took a deep breath and said in a firm tone, you may be able to predict the changes in the chess game, but you can't predict my heart. This sentence is not a provocation, but a kind of confidence in one's own chess skills. He knew that although Shen Tianluo was a good player, his state of mind could never reach the true realm of Go. The chess game began. Shen Tianluo took the lead, followed by a series of changes. Every move is like a sword, tearing through the air with a devastating momentum. Chen Shengguan responded calmly, striving for perfection in every move. His mind was as calm as steel, and every part of the chessboard seemed to tell him a story. As time passed, Shen Tianluo felt more and more that Chen Shengguan's chess skills were elusive. The situation that originally seemed to be beneficial to him began to crack, and Chen Shengguan could find flaws in every seemingly ordinary part. Shen Tianluo's brows furrowed slightly, and he began to feel a little uneasy. You are not only excellent at chess, but also have an extremely calm heart. Shen Tianluo said in a low voice, this is an opponent I have never met. Your chess game is not perfect. Chen Shengguan replied, you pay too much attention to the control of the chess game, and ignore the power in the hearts of the chess players, which is the key to everything. Shen Tianluo was stunned for a moment, and then smiled indifferently, you are smart, but this is just in vain. Every change in the game was already in my design. However, as Chen Shengguan said, this game is not just a variable in the chess game. No matter how skillfully Shen Tianluo designed the chess game, he could not escape a fatal weakness. His mind was too insidious, too focused on control, and he ignored the true essence of chess skills. As the situation progressed, Chen Shengguan finally found a key flaw. The defense line set up by Shen Tianluo is actually only solid on the surface, but there is a fatal loophole hidden behind it. Without hesitation, Chen Shengguan decided to launch a final counterattack. His move landed lightning quickly and turned the tide in an instant. Shen Tianluo's eyes instantly became flustered, he looked at the chessboard in dismay, and the entire chess game collapsed instantly. It's... How is this possible? Shen Tianluo's voice trembled with disbelief. Did I lose? Chen Shengguan took a deep breath, looked up at Shen Tianluo, and said in a calm and far-reaching tone, this chess game is not just about winning or losing. You lose, not because of the layout of the game, but because you have been trying to control everything with your mind, but you have forgotten the essence of Go. There is no eternal winner on the chessboard, only constant change and choice. Shen Tianluo was silent, his lips trembled slightly, and finally, he lowered his head and seemed to accept his defeat. Chapter 10, The Fate of Misfortune. Although Shen Tianluo's defeat was a victory for Chen Shengguan, he knew that this chess game was not really over. Behind the chess games of the Great Song Dynasty, the Liao Kingdom, the Western Xia, and Dali, there are still more unsolved mysteries and crises. Jinyu was finally rescued, and although her face was tired, there was still a trace of determination in her eyes. She walked up to Chen Shengguan and said softly, Shengguan, you saved me, but our mission has just begun. Yes. Chen Shengguan replied, this chess game is far from over. The fate of the Great Song Dynasty is still in our hands. Their fate, like the chess pieces on the chessboard, will usher in new challenges as each game ends. This chess game will affect the direction of the whole world. And no matter how difficult the road ahead is, Chen Shengguan is ready to meet every turn of fate. Each move on the board may be the endgame, or it may be the beginning of a new round. Chen Shengguan knows that this is not only a Go showdown, but also a historical game related to the country, destiny, and people's hearts. Chapter 11, Conspiracy in the Chess Game. With Shen Tianluo's defeat, peace seemed to be coming on the surface, but Chen Shengguan knew that the outcome of this chess game did not stop there. He sensed a deeper conspiracy brewing. Although Shen Tianluo lost this game, the forces he represents will never give up easily. After returning to the Great Song Dynasty, Chen Shengguan and Jinyu discussed the follow-up impact of this chess game. Jinyu's expression was solemn, and she reminded Chen Shengguan, Shen Tianluo is not the only chess player. Behind Dali's Sky Chess Sect and Liao's Dragon Eagle Hall, there are even greater forces operating in secret. The victory or defeat of this chess game may be just a prologue, and the real showdown has just begun. Chen Shengguan nodded, knowing that behind this chess game was not only the skills of Go, but also countless power struggles and conspiracies. He began to think about how he could continue to deal with these increasingly complex situations. At this moment, a secret letter was sent to Chen Shengguan, with only a few short sentences, the comeback, the chess game is undecided. Chen Shengguan's brows furrowed slightly, whose provocation was this? There was a strong sense of threat in the letter. With the arrival of this letter, Chen Shengguan's mood became even heavier. He knew that behind this chess game, it was not only a competition of Go, but also the future of the entire Great Song Dynasty. Chapter 12, The Resurgence of the East Mountain. Dali's chess sect is not willing to be defeated, and the Dragon Eagle Hall of Liao is also ready to move. If we don't speed up, I'm afraid we'll be in deeper danger. Chen Shengguan nodded, his expression firm. We must be the first to find out the forces behind these hidden forces, otherwise our victory will be meaningless. The two decided to go their separate ways. Jinyu will continue to track down Dali's connection to the Liao state and investigate the supporters behind Shen Tianluo in depth, while Chen Shengguan decides to go to the Liao state himself to play a secret chess game. He knew that the Dragon Eagle Hall of the Liao state had extremely strong Go strength, and there were many chess players who were proficient in the art of war. If he can achieve a decisive victory in Liao, he will greatly weaken the enemy's forces. However, the truth of this chess game is not as simple as he imagined. On the way to Liao, Chen Shengguan encountered unprecedented difficulties. His ship is attacked, and a group of mysterious warriors break into the cabin and try to murder him. Dressed in black, these warriors moved swiftly and silently attacked. Obviously, their goal is to put Chen Shengguan to death. Chen Shengguan was shocked, but he did not panic. With extraordinary reflexes and careful calculations, he quickly counterattacked, repelling the attackers one by one. When the last warrior fell, Chen Shengguan discovered that there was a terrible shadow behind this attack. Those warriors did not have any marks of the Jianghu sect on their bodies, and their way of acting was extremely disciplined. Obviously there was a huge force behind them. All this is not just a chess game. Chen Shengguan thought to himself, the black hand behind this has become more and more obvious. underscore 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 un. Chapter 13, The Chess Players of Liaoning. After several days of difficult travel, Chen Shenguan finally came to the border of Liao. The Go master of the Liao state once used the name of Dragon Eagle Hall and was powerful in the quartet. It is said that the suzerain of the Dragon Eagle Hall, Yunlong, was one of the strongest Go masters in the world at that time, and his style of chess was known for being aggressive and unpredictable. In that year, he had a duel with the chess master of the Great Song Dynasty and won by a narrow margin. This duel is known as a 1,000-year-old chess game and has been praised by countless latecomers. After Chen Shenguan came to Liao, he immediately received the challenge of Yunlong. This game will be one of the strongest enemies he will face. Yunlong has a slender figure, a cold face, and an unbeatable confidence in his eyes. His chessboard is full of chess pieces, each of which seems random, but it is faintly enclosed into a kind of trap that cannot be cracked. Chen Shenguan's first feeling is that this person is not only superb in chess, but also good at controlling the psychology of his opponent. Chen Shenguan, I know that you are from the Great Song Dynasty, and you are not a simple chess player. Yunlong whispered, there must be a reason why you can come here. But you should know that this game is not a simple chess game, but a trial between the two countries. Chen Shenguan took a deep breath and silently calculated the direction of each move in his heart. He knew that this game was related to the future of the Great Song Dynasty and the Liao Kingdom, and it also determined whether he could continue to uncover the conspiracy behind this chess game. The game officially began, and the two players set up their own positions. With its unique way of opening, Yunlong quickly launched an offensive, and this game seemed to be more than just a game of Go, but more of a psychological contest. Chen Shenguan felt that every move of Yunlong was like a surging dark tide, hiding countless threats. He needs to be calmer and more sensitive to every variable. This game is not only a contest of skills, but also the ultimate duel of mind and wisdom. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 14, The Peak of the Chess Game. The game on the chessboard is getting better, and every move of the two masters keeps the audience breathless. Yunlong's chess style is unpredictable, and every move he makes seems to be able to force the opponent into an embarrassment. However, Chen Shenguan can find room for breakthrough at the most critical moment. After a fierce attack and defense, Chen Shenguan finally found the flaw under Yunlong's cloth. His state of mind is as calm as standing water, and every chess piece on the chessboard seems to have become the spokesperson of fate. He made a quick move to turn the situation around, and Yunlong's chessboard was completely broken. You won. Yunlong's face showed a hint of surprise, but then he smiled slightly, as if he had expected this outcome. It's worthy of Chen Shenguan, your chess skills really impress me. However, Chen Shenguan knows that this victory is not really the end. His opponent is still the black hand behind it. On the chessboard of Go, the final decision is still in the hands of those unknown conspirators. Chapter 15, The Eve of the Storm. Chen's match with Yunlong ended with Chen's victory, but he knew that the victory did not solve the fundamental problem. Yunlong's performance exceeded his expectations, and behind his seemingly calm smile were countless unsolved puzzles. And what he is more worried about is that behind this chess game, there must be a more powerful force hidden, and the tentacles of that power have penetrated into every corner, even touching the core of power in the Great Song Dynasty. Back in the Great Song Dynasty, Chen Shenguan's meeting with Jinyu did not bring much comfort. Jinyu has already received information about the forces behind Shen Tianluo, and these news reveal a larger conspiracy. Shen Tianluo, although he lost to Chen Shenguan, the Changqian society to which he belongs is still operating. This secret organization has deep roots and has penetrated into the major power institutions of the Great Song Dynasty, including many generals in the army and high-ranking officials in the imperial court. Shen Tianluo is just a chess piece, and the forces behind him are the real danger. Jinyu's tone was heavy, and Liao and Dali obviously won't give up. Their chess game will be close to us again. Chen Shenguan took a deep look at Jinyu. This struggle seemed to be far more complicated than he thought. He decided to investigate the Changqian society in depth, but also to prepare for challenges from other countries. But behind this, there is a deeper crisis looming. A question arose in Chen Shenguan's mind: who is behind the scenes? He has long been aware that this Go competition has long been not only a competition between countries, but also a game of fate for the entire era. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 16, The Shadow of the Long Heaven Society. In order to clarify the connection between the Changqian society and other forces, Chen Shenguan decided to personally enter Bianjing, the capital of the Great Song Dynasty. The city was not only the political, economic, and cultural center of the Great Song Dynasty, but also the heart of all intrigue and power struggles. In Bianjing, he acted with Jinyu and began to come into contact with the top officials of the court and the generals of the army. Through a series of ingenious layouts and connections, they gradually discovered that the forces behind Shen Tianluo had infiltrated the regime of the Great Song Dynasty, and even had a very deep influence within the imperial court. The Chongqian society is composed of a group of people who hold great power, who are often unknown, but control the lifeblood of the country behind their backs. One night, Chen Shengguan and Jinyu received a mysterious secret letter. The letter reads, "If you want to unlock the secret of the Long Heaven Society, you need to find the boundless child." This name shocked Chen Shengguan's heart, because he had heard of this character. Wu Yazi was an unknown chess master, who had lived in seclusion for many years, and it was said that he had a peerless chess technique to change the situation, but he had long been incognito, and few people knew about it. This letter is like a wake-up call, telling Chen Shengguan that he must embark on a journey to find the boundless sun again in order to uncover the truth of the Chongqian society. As a glimmer of clues emerged, Chen Shengguan began to feel a strong crisis, and this game had gone beyond the scope of the chessboard and became a war related to the fate of the country. Chapter 17, The Mystery of the Boundless Sun. After a long journey, Chen Shengguan and Jinyu finally arrived at the hidden mountain range in the south of the Yangtze River, which is the hermitage of Wu Yazi. It is rumored that Wu Yazi does not show mercy to those who seek him, and only those who truly understand the art and state of mind of chess will be able to meet him. After traversing deep mountain forests, Chen Shengguan and Jinyu stopped in front of a dilapidated temple. In the temple, there is a strong atmosphere of the sky, and the ancient chessboard is placed on a round table, which seems to have experienced countless years of wind and frost. Chen Shengguan walked into the temple and suddenly felt an abnormal aura. His gaze instantly fell on the chessboard. The game seemed messy, but each piece revealed an incomparably delicate arrangement, as if each move contained deep meaning. At this moment, a white-haired old man appeared in front of him, and his voice was as low as an ancient bell. "Who is coming?" Chen Shengguan was startled, looked directly at the old man, and replied, "I am here to look for Wu Yazi, please give me some advice." The old man was silent for a moment, and then smiled slightly, "You have found it, and Wu Yazi is me." He pointed lightly at the game. "What you want to crack is not only the chess game, but also fate itself." Chen Shengguan's heart was shocked, and he understood that he was already standing in front of another deeper chess game. Chapter 18, Chess in the Clouds. Wu Yazi was not in a hurry to reveal the secret, but instead began to play against Chen Shengguan, and told him, "Every game is a challenge to yourself. When you ask me how to solve the mystery of the Long Heaven Society, the most fundamental question is whether you can truly see through your heart and turn the variables in your heart into opportunities on the chessboard." Chen Shengguan pondered and finally understood that the chess game of Wu Yazi is not only a control of the external situation, but also a reflection of the inner world. Each move he chooses represents his understanding and mastery of the world and his own destiny. As the game deepened, Wu Yazi began to reveal the truth about the Chongqian society to Chen Shengguan. The real goal of this organization is not just a struggle for power, but to provoke a conflict between the Great Song and other countries, and ultimately create a world-scale chess game that puts everyone in the hands of the controller. Chen Shengguan's heart felt a chill. He knew that behind this chess game, there were countless variables waiting for him to deal with. And the truth of all this will determine the future of the Great Song Dynasty, and even the fate of the entire era. Chapter 19, Swimming Against the Current. The game of boundless chess has reached the most critical moment. His words were like an undercurrent in the deep sea, gradually pulling Chen Shengguan's thinking into the depths. Every move seems to have been foreseen, and every move he makes on the board has far-reaching intentions. Behind the Chongqian society, it's not just an ordinary power struggle. Wu Yazi slowly spoke, breaking the silence. Their goal is to rewrite the fate of history and turn the entire era into a chess game that will never end. Chen Shengguan's heart was shocked. "So, who is behind all this?" Wu Yazi smiled slightly. "You may have seen them, their power has even penetrated into the top of every country. What we think of as enemies is actually just pawns in a chess game. And the real player is the force called the Eternal Chess Game." Eternal Chess. Chen Shengguan muttered to himself, feeling that he was caught in a larger whirlpool. Their purpose. Wu Yazi's eyes became more profound, as if they had penetrated 1,000 years of time. His words are like a foreshadowing of fate. Their goal is to push the world into an endless war, the ultimate outcome of which will no longer be dominated by the state, politics, or even human consciousness. What they want is a world where the rules of the game are completely controlled, a never-ending game. Chen Shengguan's heart was turbulent. It turns out that behind this chess game, there is actually a giant wheel that controls the fate of the entire world. Whether it is the Great Song Dynasty, the Liao State, Dali, or even the Western Xia, they have all become chess pieces on the chessboard, and every war and every political struggle is nothing more than a wrestling between chess players. Wu Yazi looked at him with a hint of helplessness in his eyes. This chess game, if it is not broken, will become the shackles of the world. If you don't intervene, this shadow will continue to spread and eventually swallow everything. Chen Shengguan's heart shook violently. It suddenly dawned on him that he was not just playing against a chess player, but at the fate of the world. This game is not only a chess game, but a change in the entire history of mankind. I'm willing to stand side by side with you, no end. Chen Shengguan said in a low voice, let's break this chess game. Wu Yazi nodded, in that case, you must be prepared to accept the final test of this chess game. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 20, Endgame. The alliance between Chen Shengguan and Wu Yazi finally revealed the true face of the Chongtian society. After some careful planning, Chen Shengguan took Jinyu and Wu Yazi to Bianjing, ready for the final showdown. Their target is the supreme leader of the Chongtian society, a mysterious figure named Heavenly Machine. This character has not left a trace anywhere, but according to Wu Yazi's speculation, Tianji is a peerless master of intrigue and chess, and his very existence is the core of this chess game. The outcome of this chess game determines the future of the entire world, and Chen Shengguan knows that if he wants to completely smash the plan of the Chongtian society, he must personally play against the Heavenly Machine. The night in Bianjing was silent. Every corner of the palace is plotting about the upcoming major events. Chen Shengguan and Jinyu walked through the palace and came to a hidden hall. In the center of the hall is a huge go board. Tianji sat at one end of the chessboard. His figure was like a ghost, exuding a gloomy aura all over his body. I finally waited for you, Chen Shengguan. Tianji's voice was low and cold, as if it had penetrated the gap in time and space. Chen Shengguan took a deep breath, and a trace of determination flashed in his eyes. This game is destined to end. At the beginning of the chess game, Tianji's chess style was still cold and weird, and every move he made seemed to be trying to force Chen Shengguan into a desperate situation. However, this time, Chen Shengguan is no longer just a pawn on the chessboard. Every move he makes seems to be fighting against fate, and it seems that every move is driving the world to change. The game between the two masters has entered the most tense moment, with countless variables on the chessboard intertwined, and each chess piece is related to the direction of the whole situation. Tianji's gaze became more and more cold, as if he had sensed that the outcome of this chess game was not as he wished. At the most critical moment, Chen Shengguan made an astonishing decision. His moves suddenly changed, turning the tide on his side and unexpectedly delivering a fatal blow. A trace of astonishment flashed in Tianji's eyes, but when he saw the end of the chessboard, he already knew in his heart that this chess game was over. You won, Chen Shengguan. Tianji's voice was filled with helplessness and appreciation. You broke our chess game. Chen Shengguan was silent. He knew that the victory of this game was not just a victory in the chess game, but a victory for the entire era and the whole world. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 21, The New Bureau. With the defeat of the Heavenly Machine, the shadow of the Long Heaven Society finally dissipated completely. Chen Shengguan and Jinyu worked together to re-establish stability and peace in the Great Song Dynasty, while Wu Yazi chose to retire and return to his quiet mountain forest. Although the chess game has ended, for Chen Shengguan, the real challenge has just begun. He knows that Go is a never-ending game. The end of each game is the beginning of the next game. And he will also become the master of the future chess game. Chen Shengguan stood on the tall building in Bianjing, looking at the distant sky, and a faint smile appeared in his heart. On the chessboard, there is no fixed opponent for a long time, and the chess game of the world will be written by him himself.